Hey, what's going on, everyone? How's it going? Ed Reiner here, day 81 of the Daily Dose of Mind Stuff. So, today I just wanted to come on quickly because I've been doing a reading challenge with a couple other of my peers on Think and Grow Rich, and we all decided to read the chapter on auto-suggestion every day for 30 days. Now, at day 9, I missed a day, so I had to start back over at day 1. But in reading this, it's funny when you start to get into reading good books in this personal development, growth, business development, all of that, you start to see, you'll hear things, and then you'll pick up a book and you'll see where that person got it, and you can see where the influences came from. And in this chapter on autosuggestion, this part that kept coming up that Hill writes, he says that recall what has been said about the subconscious mind resembling a fertile garden which weeds grow in abundance if seeds of more desirable crops are not sown therein. So we know that if we go back to our little figure of the mind here in the body, the subconscious mind here is what he's referring to as the garden. And our thoughts, what we plant into the subconscious mind, cause the feelings in the body. It changes the vibration, which causes our actions and our behavior. So he's saying that weeds grow in here. And I picked up this book, which is Think and Grow Rich by James Allen. Probably one of my favorite books. It was the first book that I got from Bob Proctor when I was involved in one of his coaching programs. I actually had him sign the book on this one. And it's a phenomenal book. And I just wanted to read you on this because I opened up this chapter after reading that on autosuggestion. And the chapter is on the effects of thought and circumstance. Now, James Allen wrote this book. And here I'm going to do what I did the other day. I'm probably not going to find it. This was written a long time ago. But in this chapter on the effects of thought and circumstance, he says that a man's mind may be likened to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. But whether cultivated or neglected, it must and will bring forth. And then Earl Nightingale used to use in one of his programs, he would talk about the mind being likened to a garden also. And that the earth doesn't care what you sow, what seeds you plant. And Earl used to say that you could plant corn, and then you can take nightshade, which is a deadly poison, and plant both of them right next to each other, and the earth will bring forth both in abundance. So the earth doesn't care what we plant. Just like the universe, God doesn't care what we plant in our subconscious mind. So Allen says that it will bring forth if no useless seeds are put into it. So if we're not putting the ideas that are going to be useful, he says, then an abundance of useless weed seeds will fall therein and will continue to produce their kind. Just as a gardener cultivates his plot, keeping it free from weeds and growing the flowers and fruits which he requires, so may a man tend to his garden of his mind, weeding out all the wrong, useless, and impure thoughts, and cultivating toward perfection the flowering of fruits of right and useful and pure thoughts. By pursuing this process, a person sooner or later discovers that he or she is the master gardener of their soul, the director of their life. They also reveal within themselves the law of thought and understands with ever increasing accuracy how the thought forces and mind elements operate in the shaping of their character, circumstance, and destiny. So we really want to monitor what it is that we are putting in our mind. And then one of the ones saying here that I'm just going to end with, and he says that people are so anxious to improve their circumstances, but they are unwilling to improve themselves. They therefore remain bound. And that's so true. There's so many people that talk about how they wish things were better. I wish things were better. You know what? I would do anything if I could have that, this, whatever it may be. But really, they want to change, but they're unwilling to improve themselves. Therefore, they stay where they're at. If they really wanted to change, then they would make the effort and they would look at how they can change. So I want you to think about what thoughts that you're putting into your mind. What seeds are you planting in the deep, magnificent garden that is your subconscious mind? Are they beautiful seeds of things that you want, of the person you want to become, or are they useless weed seeds that are just taking root and overpowering everything else? Like he said, the gardener can go in and start weeding out those useless weeds. And that's what we have to do, is to kind of do a checkup from the neck up and look at what we've been thinking, look at our results, and the results are going to tell us what thoughts that we have been habitually thinking and getting emotionally involved with. And if we don't like them, we need to start weeding those out and start planting new, useful seeds of the things that we want to have. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. It's just a quick one, and it's a little bit later, but it's 81 of 100. I'm not going to do the same thing that I did with this chapter and miss a day of my lives and have to start all over again when I'm so close to hitting 100 days. So you guys have a good one. If you got value out of this, share it, like it, subscribe, follow me, bring somebody on live. I'll be here tomorrow. Peace. God bless. Have a good night.